Okay, should be working now. Good. Good.
Yay! I'm sad that I'm the only one who did that.
We are alive.
Live to you from the washer and the dryer and behind the sink.
All right.
I'm just
So,
live under the
Mildew!
stairs, by the way.
huh?
I'm just from under the stairs. Okay.
And I'm in my mom's room.
Okay.
I am lazily in my bed.
Good. All right. Live from. Well, you'll see in a second. So, where we left Johnny off last time, you were being brought to a mysterious, strange place by a girl that you have never seen before. Uh, I have a picture of her up now, so you can see what she looks like. She's sort of wearing the same kind of schoolgirl-esque outfit, and you can still see the knife kind of on her person, like it's very clearly visible, as she's kind of like behind you while you're. Was she driving or were you driving?
I was driving.
So she's giving you directions to show you where to drive.
Mhm.
No, this is actually a different girl.
Good to know that someone has a knife
So,
behind me.
so what happened? You're basically traveling off, like out of the city limits, and you're kind of nearing a forest, like a giant growth of trees, and there's like a giant river that kind of runs across like through towards the mountain.
Yeah.
And you can all see it kind of closing in on you as you kind of are brought into the wild, so to speak. Like you kind of leave the city behind and you enter this new place that seems very different from what you're used to. And you've never really been out here before because, like, nobody lives out here. Nothing happens out here. The only people who live out here are like the native people, and
And they're crazy.
yeah, depending on who you ask. It's sunset by this point, and it's so you can see the sunset kind of cresting over the mountains as you're driving into this into the wilderness, and the ride gets kind of bumpy because you're not on road anymore, you're on dirt, and you don't need to make a roll or anything for that. You're good. You're not gonna. It's like, oh, critical failure. You fall off the bike and you die. No, that would be dumb. No, so it is kind of bumpy, but it's not nothing that you can't handle. It's not that dangerous. I mean, you're both vibrating a little bit. That's about the worst of it.
Kinky.
And then you sort of make it towards this what looks like a collection of like houses, and it's kind of like this overridge. Like you look and you can see the water kind of pouring out over the edge. It's sort of like trying to get a good picture because I have a picture for it. I wanted to get the more fantasy-esque picture because it looks like a fantasy sort of landscape. Yes, it's this one. So what you see is essentially this.
Okay.
It's sort of like you can see the river kind of pouring over this outcropping of like rocks, and you drive into these sort of overhangs and buildings that are kind of set up on the side of in the middle of this forest, and above you you can see the mountains kind of looming overhead.
Hey, where's Elron?
Well, you're about to meet the well, as far as you know, she's the Winter Queen.
Sorry, that's just a very Lord of the Rings-ish scene.
Yeah, I could. Let me re-download it, and then I will show it to everyone.
Yeah, I think
So meanwhile, while I'm setting up this image to show everyone, you get a text from Michael.
Okay, I will
Like,
look
on
at
your
this
phone.
text.
I'm not sure what he's texting you, but that would be up to Rice.
Be right back. Dinner.
Right, okay, I understand. Great text.
Yes.
Uh,
So,
Here we go. I found it on my computer, so I just need to share screen it. I'm still new to this whole share screening thing, guys. But at least I'm better at it than before.
mhm.
So there, yeah. That should be good. And I'll zoom in a little bit.
Zoom, enhance. Bless you.
Okay. So, that's what you see. It's sort of like this small village that's sort of set up on the edge of like part of the part of the forest. And you get a text from Michael, but you can tell it's like you get a ding on your phone. I guess you wouldn't really be able to read it because you're in the middle of driving, and you kind of have to focus. So where do you park your bike? I mean, there are some buildings like you could park it in front of.
Is there a parking lot?
No, there's no parking lot out here, of course.
Okay, then I will just
Park it like in front of the
yeah.
entrance. Okay. Okay, so Kana just sort of leads you out toward the through the overhangs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of makes this, offhand offhand statements like, oh, it seems we've made a pretty good place for ourselves here. Not many people bother us out here, which is kind of exactly what we want.
It is a little out of the way.
That's the point. We don't want people like finding us unless it's very clear that they have a reason to. Which is why I've brought you here.
I see.
So as you're kind of walking, you see, Terrence, who's the sort of red-headed guy. He's sort of wearing, he's wearing like more normal clothes now, because before he was wearing sort of this princely outfit. Now he's probably wearing like more of a casual shirt and just regular pants. Like he's not wearing he's wearing like normal clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not wearing anything. I'm not sure what he would wear, but he's wearing more casual clothes, and he's sort of just running up to you, and I think he kind of tries to bring you into this like hug, like he's really happy, like he looks really happy to see you.
Okay there, big guy. Awkwardly.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. I see they got to you too.
Oh, yeah, so happy for this. They said they'd bring me in, and now I feel really good. I actually feel like I'll be safe here. They said they're going to make sure she never finds me again.
That's good.
But I see her all the time. I don't think she's ever going to go away. And he has this like really strange look in his eyes, like, he looks a little loopy, like, you can tell just by looking at him that like something's kind of off, like he has this look like on his face, like he looks really stressed when he says something like that. Like he's
like I'm just gonna think like, aren't you gonna say, yeah, maybe if they have like some kind of therapy here, that would really help.
I hope so. I'm gonna need a lot of it. I'm happy you're here, man. Maybe together we could make a difference. Deal with this shit.
I hope I can.
I think Kana just sort of sighs, and I told you not to come out. I think you're still dealing with side effects of being stuck in the hedge for too long. I feel fine. I feel fine. You don't look fine. You should rest. And he sort of like rubs his head. He's like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
I am going to actually like I don't know if I need to roll anything, but I'm going to suggest to Terrence like
yeah.
You should probably listen to them. They know more than about this shit.
Righto, mate. Well, I'll catch you around.
All right.
He sort of like shakes your hand.
Mm-hmm. I will return the shake.
All right. So she sort of brings you towards one of the like little houses. She's in here. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you. So just don't be too rude, all right?
Don't worry, I won't.
You're dealing with someone who is very important.
Yeah.
I want to remind you of that. And if she decides that you're not worth keeping, then I have to escort you out. I don't want to have to do that.
I'll be on my best behavior.
All right, cool.
Scout's honor.
She sort of like opens the door, and inside you sort of see. I mean, it's not actually like I mean, the background is different, of course, but you see this sort of woman sort of sitting here, on a similar sort of maybe like a. It's not a bar, but
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of like maybe just another like living room, and she's sort of sitting in the chair, and she like looks over as soon as the door opens, and she sort of just waves to you.
Johnny's gonna wave back.
The room feels like cold. Like, if you've ever been in a room that has like really low AC,
Yes.
that's kind of what it feels like when you walk in. And it was like, completely like, average like before, but like when you walk in this room it feels sort of cold. Not like freezer cold, but like just slight chill kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? I mean, there's a few other things in the room. Maybe there's like slight furnishings, but there's not a lot. It's kind of empty.
Yeah. Johnny's gonna walk closer to her and ask, "Are you
As you
her?"
sort of walk closer, you kind of shiver a little bit, and it
Yeah.
starts to get like slightly colder, like to the point where you actually would start like unconsciously like shivering.
Yeah, he's probably gonna like
I think a little bit.
step as close as he can without like fucking getting frostbite, but like
Yeah,
going.
of
I
course.
take it you're the Winter Queen.
Mhm. That's me.
You're a lot different than I pictured.
Well, this is just what I look like to normal people. I'm pretty sure that's all you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wanted to make you an offer.
Yes, I figured since you took all the trouble of bringing me here.
Well, I figured you would be safer under my protection, under the protection of this freehold. I'm assuming that's what you want. You don't want to risk being grabbed again by
Yes, I.
that woman or anyone else.
Yes, I would like to know how to protect myself against her and her kind.
Well, that's good. I can help you do that, but only if you're willing to agree to our terms.
And what terms are those?
Well, I would want you to stay with us and swear your allegiance to, you know, our little group here. I just want to make sure that you don't, start pulling out cold iron bullets and shoot all of us with that. That's all.
Is there any roll I can make to like see if she's if there's like a hidden catch or anything?
Um. Well, okay. Well, you could probably you'd probably have to press her to see if she actually like says much. But like
Mm-hmm.
at this point, you don't have any like skill in making. Do you have like a skill in like making deals or contracts?
Let me see here. I guess not investigation.
I mean, I don't know. I think like you just kind of have to play it out.
Subterfuge?
You think like she might be lying? Like that's kind of all you could use.
Oh, she's a fairy, so they're
Okay,
always
no, I
like
see your
hidden.
point. You don't trust her, so you want to see if she's lying. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
use it would be I think wits subterfuge if you want to like try to see if she's lying.
Okay, 5 dice. Oh, I need to go into Astaroth. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll wait. I don't mind waiting.
All right.
I've got all the time in the world.
Join room. Astaroth. There we go. So.
Oh, one other thing I just thought of in my head right now is when she's talking, you can see her breath.
All right. I figured.
I'm just kind of trying to visualize this now. That came into my head. Like, so her breath is cold.
2 successes.
All right. Um, you know that you shouldn't really trust Faye. I mean, clearly she's trying to make a deal with you, and you know that that's really dangerous to do.
Hmm.
So you might want to demand more information from her.
Yeah.
You're not really sure if she's like lying or trying to hook you into something, but you could assume that she is
Yeah. She's a
easily.
fucking fairy. They're always trying to do something.
I mean, she's the queen of the fairies, so she's like worse, way worse.
Mhm.
You don't trust her at all. You shouldn't.
Yeah, Johnny's actually gonna be hesitant and say, "And what's the catch?"
Well, you if you stay here long enough, you might end up being affected by the surrounding sort of energy of the place, and you might see things that are a little strange, but I don't think that's anything you can't deal with.
And
It won't hurt you. I think she sort of shrugs, like, it won't hurt. Like, I'm not offering anything to your detriment. I'm trying to help you.
yeah, from everything I understand about fairies, there's always a hidden catch to
Hmm.
their
Well,
offers.
you are right. It will require a strong expenditure of energy to bind you to an agreement like this. And it's the kind of agreement that you can't back out of, one that would last your entire life. So I don't blame you for being a bit hesitant. But I won't take too much of your energy to do this. Most of it'll be mine. You just have to take a bit. You just have to lose a bit.
Mhm.
It's like a pinprick. It'll feel a bit strange, but it won't hurt. Have you ever
Okay,
been
well,
to...
if I'm going into a contract with you, I would like it in paper.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's perfectly reasonable. She sort of, like, pokes her head out the door. Hey, could you get us some, contracts, please? And then, the girl just sort of skips off, and she sort of shuts the door again. So, your name is Johnny, right?
Yes, Johnny Farrell.
Huh. Yeah, we were able to find a bit of information after we found your bike.
So, I'm just thinking, like, how did you find me after finding my bike?
We have ways of gathering information. We know people.
What type of people?
People with very strong connections to the she's almost like trying to think of like how this would make sense. People with very strong ties to fate and the interconnecting principles that bind us all. The same kind of fate that would bind our contract together. Does that make sense to you?
Not in the slightest, but I'll take your word for it.
I want to see if you if do you want to try see if this would make sense to Johnny, because I think he
Sure.
knows a little bit more about the occult. I mean,
Okay.
this is something I know about, and I study the occult stuff, so I'm not sure if like you would know, but I want to see if your character would, because you have more occult knowledge than me. I
Hmm.
don't know if Johnny studied like witchcraft.
I would say he would like look into it because
Okay,
that is
so yeah, give me a roll,
okay.
because
So
Johnny
intelligence,
definitely knows more than you in this case.
yeah,
Occult and then intelligence, yeah.
yeah.
You
That's
don't
two
get your
successes.
specialty. Two successes, okay. So what she's essentially saying is that your bike is sort of tied to you, and so they can kind of trace it back to you through the bike.
Okay, so I'm just thinking of ways that I would probably. It's like the
Although that
fucking
although
Ichigo.
that would require some kind of like, magic or power. That's not something most people
Yeah.
can do. You've heard of it as a concept from like cult, stuff, but you've never heard about it in like practice. Like, oh, everything's connected. Fate connects, certain objects. Like, and if you hold on to an object for long enough, it has a stronger tie to you. But
Yeah.
the like being able to hear her say, "Oh, okay, well, we found it by tracing that back to you." How would you do that? You don't understand how that would be possible, but apparently it is.
Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to go into.
It's fine. No big deal.
Okay, so let me think here. I see. Well, I guess that makes sense. You used something I'm very connected to find me.
Yeah, I'm happy I found you too. It seems like, based on what we found out later, you had been abducted.
Yeah.
So terrible. I'm very sorry that you had to be in the clutches of that woman. And Kana comes back in and sort of puts a piece of paper on the table that she's sitting at, and like a pen, obviously.
Hmm.
And she starts like sort of writing in terms and things like that, like by hand. I'm just gonna need your signature at this point. That's all. And she
I
just,
would like to read the entire thing, if that's okay.
oh, sure, sure. And she's just sort of like, as she's writing, she's just sort of like looks down and then like still talks to you. You know, I almost got abducted by that woman too. She likes to keep mermaids around sometimes. It's one of her.
Johnny's raising an eyebrow. You're a mermaid?
Oh, and that's what they like to call us, yes. We just recovered another one who escaped. Another mermaid, I mean.
I don't mean to sound rude, but you have legs.
There was a doctor with her too. I don't know who he was, but he said he was a doctor.
Is this the same Doctor Wizard who's going to work on Robert?
No, different doctor, but his name is Robert.
Okay.
Tenzold character.
Ah,
Still here, so I might have him show up at some point as an NPC, but he's technically in this place. And so is the old mermaid that Dove made. So
okay.
they're both here because that's where they ended up at the end of the last chapter. They escaped like in here, basically. They like appeared out of a lake, and then I think they got lost. And then I think Robert followed Mila, and then he probably escaped and went this way, and then they found Dove and all that.
Hmm.
Pretty
That's
sure.
Robert with one R. Or one
Yeah,
B.
one B, yes, Dr. Robert. Um, I'll introduce him in this chapter at some point, so people will get a better idea of him. But he was one of the older characters, also.
Okay.
I like him a lot too, so I didn't want to just throw him away. Felt like he was a good character, very interesting. Anyway,
Anyway, sorry.
she sort of puts this down, and she's starting to write in, and she has very sort of tiny handwriting. It was terrible. I didn't enjoy one moment of being with her, but she has her ways, you know. I'm happy you weren't there for much longer, otherwise you might have been changed. Your face, she kind of like looks over at. You have a very nice face. I would hate to see how she would mangle it, make you into a doll or some kind of slave or maybe a monster.
Johnny's going to clench his fist a bit and he's going to say, someone I know is still in her clutches.
She kind of gives this like look of obvious like not necessarily shock, but like sorrow almost, like she's like frowning. Like,
Hmm.
oh, well, do you you might not ever see that person again, and if you see them again, they won't be the same. I can promise you that. I'm surprised you managed to get out without any harsh effects. Even Terrence was horribly scarred. His mind still can't recover completely from what happened. And he was only there for a short time, maybe a few weeks, months. Time isn't the same there. A few days could turn into years. A few years could turn into centuries.
He's actually gonna look kind of horrified at like that because it's coming together. Like, oh fuck.
What? Is something wrong?
She agreed to hold my friend there for a week and then let her go.
But a week. A week when? Week here? That could be forever. However long she wants. Her realm.
Fuck.
Like I
I
said,
want to kill her.
you'll be better off not trying to do anything. My job is going to be to keep you safe, and that means that I can't let you take any sort of action like that. I can hide you from Princess, but I can't kill her for you. That's not something I can promise. And she sort of passes you this paper so
Hmm.
you can read it. Basically, I'm going to try to find the allegiance one just so I can get a better idea of what that. And she's being very open with you because she could have, hid these terms and she's
Yeah,
making.
that's why I wanted it on paper.
Mhm.
That way I can like read everything and just go, okay.
And you don't need to make a roll necessarily to determine what any of this means.
Hmm.
But essentially, what this means is that you have to, you basically aren't, you have to form an alliance with their group. So that essentially means that you have to, not necessarily that you're not her slave, but like you just have to be willing to cooperate with them. It's more of like a general allegiance, i.e., in this case, it's a minor allegiance, so it's a peace, it's a pact of peace. You must pledge not to, you wouldn't, for example, be able to like burn down this place. You wouldn't be able to harm anyone inside. You wouldn't be able to not to hinder them or go against their sort of, uh, you know, operation here. So that's the only thing that you're really giving up. Also,
Okay, but I'm not like forced to do what they say.
no, you have to agree not to harm them. Basically, that's about it.
Okay, I can work with that.
And then also the other thing, or hinder them in any way. So if like they're like, oh, we're going to, do X, well, you can't like interfere with whatever they're doing. Like if
Hmm.
they're going to, let's say, like, well, okay, theoretically, like you can't hinder anything they're doing, but that if you choose to do nothing, that's fine. Like if you just, but you wouldn't be able to like actively go against something that they're in agreement on.
Hmm.
The other thing would be that you agree to become ensorcelled, which I explained off off session, was that basically you would be able to see their true forms. You'd be able to like see what they actually look like
Hmm.
and things like that. And it would last your entire lifetime.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be something that you could actually like change ever. It would be
All
pretty.
right. After like, I don't know how long that would take to read out, and
Of course, no, I'm assuming it would take you like a good 10, 20 minutes to like
yeah,
read
he's
all of it.
gonna.
It's like one page, so maybe even less than that.
Hmm. And he's like, okay, I will agree to these terms, and
She hands you the pen in your hand. Like she just kind of places it in your hand.
I'm not gonna sign with blood or anything.
No, that's ridiculous. And do you say that in character, or is it like,
Yeah, it's basically just a joke. Like,
no, that's ridiculous. What do I look like, a demon to you?
well, I'm not gonna comment.
She kind of gives you this like look, like she's kind of offended, like a bit, like she narrows her eyes, like,
Probably
hmm.
my interactions with fairies have been less than pleasant.
Well, this will be a sign of your new allegiance with us. You'll have to put that in the past. This is for the future.
Okay, and he's going to sign.
All right, so you lose a point of, not permanently, but you lose one willpower,
Okay.
which is a minor price compared to the fact that she has to pay like permanently.
Yeah.
I'm going to mark this down. And so as soon as you do that, you sort of start to see like glittering scales start to appear like on her flesh. Like she has these sort of like glittering blue scales that like form all over her skin, like as like a second layer of skin sort of like, and and they seem kind of like not necessarily like armor, but they're sort of like part of her body, and they're like moving, and you can see like basically everything about her looks completely different. Like she has a very strong sort of appearance
Hmm.
with like this very how would I describe her face? I'm not sure what her face would change to, but it's mostly her skin looks completely different. Like it shimmers, and it sort of has this scale quality to it. Like, and there's sort of these dark blue colors. The whole air around her is sort of like, and this is like not something you normally see with like most fae, but since she is very powerful, you can actually see like this kind of like wintry energy just sort of radiating off of her, like as part of her true form. You can like see it, and she has like a crown that sort of like invisibly like sits atop of her head,
Hmm.
like a tiara kind of thing. I'll see if I can go get a picture because I have one that looks more like that, like with the tiara and everything. Yeah, okay, this works. And her hair seems a lot longer than it really is. It sort of wraps around her face or like around her shoulders and stuff like that. It's like unnaturally long and kind of tendrily sort of. There we go.
Okay.
So she looks more like this, I guess, except with the scaly skin, and she sort of has that like this radiating aura around her that you can see more of, I guess, in this picture. It would look something like this.
Yeah.
Um, Beyond that, though, I mean, she looks just simply like she's radiating this energy out towards you, and she sort of like stands up and kind of gets out of the chair and sort of folds up the paper and like
So
looks
she
at
still
you.
has legs, right? It's not like.
Well, you can see that her legs are sort of scaly, like they're almost entirely covered with like scales, and she has webbed feet.
Okay.
Like she's wearing like sandals,
Yeah.
but you can see like her feet are kind of like webbed. So she, like, I mean, I guess maybe she wouldn't be wearing shoes. I'm not sure, but like because you wouldn't be able to really wear like sandals like that. But her feet are like like fish feet. Uh, but
She's
she
wearing Crocs.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what it would be, I think. And she sort of says, my legs don't come together unless I'm in the water. Otherwise, it'd be pretty difficult for me to walk around like this. I just sort of flop, and that's.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
She's also wearing like shorts, so clearly, like, if she had a tail, those wouldn't fit.
Mhm. So, I take it this is magic, and you just didn't do anything to my eyes, right?
Well, no, I didn't do anything to your eyes. I simply changed how you see things.
Well, this is very useful, at least.
I, some people don't think it's as useful as other people. Some people think it's a curse to see us how we truly are. Some of us aren't as blessed with beauty in our true forms. And I think at that point, uh, I can actually do this. This is gonna be fun as hell. Okay, so at that point, you sort of see Catherine walk back into the room. Let me go get it. Here we go. Good, I have it. Carl drew this, by the way, just
Hmm.
before you see it. She sort of walks back in the room, and you see what she actually looks like. And she's like, you can see like her feet kind of clawing against the floor, and she has this giant claw, like for her arm, and like this tail coming out of the back of her, body, and like this really pinkish skin with like tattoos everywhere, a freaking horn, and her eyes are completely blank, and she just kind of walks back in the room. Is he done?
Johnny's probably gonna be like stare blank, like completely like awestruck,
Can
like
you make me an integrity roll?
okay, what? So
That's your willpower. Or yeah, your willpower, and I'll give you +2.
you mean my? You keep on saying willpower, and I think like the thing that I need to spend to.
No, you're right. It is. It's your will. So what your total willpower is?
Oh, okay, so just 2 dice.
+2, so 4.
Okay, so 40-10. That's two successes and one of them a 10.
Okay, so re-roll that.
That is successes.
Wow. Okay, so Johnny isn't phased by this either. That's amazing.
Hmm.
You're like a juggernaut, I swear.
It's Johnny's luck.
For 2 dice, you really pulled that out. Okay, I'm really surprised. I thought you were gonna shit yourself. Well, I guess not. In this case, you managed to deal with this somehow. It's totally cool. Crab lady is.
So, remind me not to take you out for seafood.
The collector is worse than this. Yes, that is true. It is, but she is definitely the second most horrifying thing. Sorry, what were you were saying? I couldn't hear your line.
Oh, I said, remind me not to take any of you out for seafood.
Oh yes, that would be very bad. Let's not do that. I don't mind that much. It's not a big deal. And she just sort of like, well, if you're done here, I have, uh, we should get you a place to stay. It's almost dark. Come on. And she kind of reaches out with her human hand, and
All
like she
right.
has this giant claw thing that's like, and I think this is the moment when you realize that she was like holding on to you with that claw.
So,
She could have like, ripped your neck off with that thing.
mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of like realizing that and like right in the back of his head.
Don't just stand there. Come on. I know it's kind of shocking, but you're gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah, I think I can try to cope. He's gonna take her hand and like walk, I guess, or whatever.
I'm really sorry about this. My keeper had a really big thing for making super monsters.
It's all right.
And she's staring at you with these like blank eyes that have these like tattoos on it that look like she's like bleeding out of her eyes.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And
hey,
like as you're walking, you can sort of see like this like fuzzy kind of furry creature kind of walk with like a tail kind of like walk past you,
Hmm.
like one of those kobolds, like the furry ones.
This is gonna take some getting used to.
And so you're walking into another room that's sort of like like almost a dormitory kind of thing. Like there are rooms and there are, doorways and things like that.
Actually, wait, I just noticed. Does she actually have the kid like stripes in her hair?
What?
She had like Death the Kid like
Yeah,
stripes.
she does. She does.
Okay, that's just awesome.
It is. She is awesome. So like as you're walking into this dormitory, you
God, I want a Soul Eater RP or something like that.
oh, I would love to do that at some point. Any more ideas? Why don't you? Anyway,
Anyway,
moving
sorry.
on. You sort of walk into the dormitory and you see another girl, and she doesn't actually seem to be abnormal, which is kind of weird because everyone else here seems to be abnormal somewhat.
Hmm.
Except this person actually looks like a human of some kind.
Yeah, so Johnny's probably gonna point her out and go, so what's her story then?
Oh, well, um, the she's one of the diplomats for the well, this she works for someone else, and she's just sort of looking over at you, and she kind of does that thing with her headphone, like she looks, and she's like looking over. Oh, hey, guy,
Howdy.
sup?
Uh, not much. Just
You have a nice
maybe
bike.
checking
I
everything out.
mean, holy crap! I wish I had a bike like that. Like she just starts walking up to you.
Thanks. Got it custom made.
Wow, yeah. I was looking it over for a while. Uh, what's your name? I didn't get your
Johnny
name.
Farrell.
I just found out what you were, that's all. I didn't get your name. Your name's not written on the bike.
Ah. So I have you to thank for getting my bike back.
Sorta, kinda. I didn't actually get it back. I just like made sure they gave it back to you because it didn't look like the bikers were the kind of people who would have that kind of stuff, you know? They have all these like really old bikes that like don't run like that. Yours looked totally different, so I figured it belonged to somebody else, and turns out I was right.
Well, I'm glad you were.
Yeah. God, these people are still texting me. Yeah, I'll get to it. Actually, here's a good question. I think they probably would have. I think Anthony probably would have gotten her phone number. Would you like call her?
Anthony?
Yeah, because this is the person
I
Anthony's looking for.
I don't know if you would call her. Like, I'm just trying to think of what the reason would be.
Well, I mean, you're waiting in her place, like for her to get back.
Oh, she owns the library or whatever? Or...
Yeah, this is that person.
Okay. Then, yeah, I suppose Anthony would, like, call her or text her, like,
Okay, so let's do that.
okay.
So she picks up the phone. Hello. Sorry, the reception's kind of bad. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I'm sorry if I start breaking up. I can't really do much about it.
Uh, God, now I just need to remember what Anthony sounded like.
That's fine. You can take your time. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of trying to do this whole thing. Would Mila say anything like while he's on the phone? I kind of imagine her like talking or saying something in the background.
Nah, she'd be looking on curiously.
Uh-huh. She's just like looking around.
That's like,
Yeah. And
what
I
are
think
you
like it
doing?
takes you a while for you to even hear what she's saying because it does like break up a lot. Like, hello, I don't how you and then it
Yeah,
starts
so he's probably just gonna go,
it starts getting a little clearer after a while. But like
yeah.
for the first few minutes, you honestly can't make anything out.
Damn, your reception's horrible.
Yeah, I
Look,
said I said that, and it like starts skipping and doing all this weird stuff.
look, that doesn't matter right now. When are you coming back here?
I mean, I was helping some guy, all right? He's right here. Like, I needed to make sure that someone stole his fucking bike, all right? And I wanted to make sure that everything was cool here in the court, and I was gonna head right back. But you guys, I had to take care of this job, and now I'm on my way. What's
All
the
right.
big deal? Huh? I've been getting texts about this, whatever's going on. I don't know what. And it cuts out again.
Okay, if it cuts out too long, I'm just gonna hang up then.
Okay, you just hang up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And she just like puts the phone down. I'm really sorry about this. I mean, I'm busy. I
It's
guess I have to go now.
all right. It's nice meeting you. I don't think I got your name.
Oh, you can call me Thorn.
Thorn. Okay.
Yeah, it's not my real name, but I kind of don't want people figuring that out. It's
Well,
dangerous.
I mean, no doubt that's not your real name.
How do you know it's an actual name?
Well, generally people don't have names like Thorn or Spike or like really
Hmm.
awesome biker gang names.
Oh, well, I'm not in their gang. Don't worry about that.
All right. I guess I'll see you then,
Yeah,
Thorn.
yeah, sure. Well, maybe we should keep in touch. I mean, you never know. You might need my help again.
Yeah, sure. I can
Sure you will
give
need.
you my number.
I think she whispers that to you, like slowly, like as she kind of uses her head, and pretty sure you will need my help again. She like puts her number in your phone.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get
Uh,
laid.
Bye, Kana. Bye. And they just sort of wave to each other, and you can see her waving this like claw arm.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of trouble, all right? And she's looking at Johnny.
Oh, she's looking at Johnny? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try. Trouble always seems to find me, though.
Hmm. You're really lucky. She sort of skips off.
La 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 la.
Not like that. Just sort of like
Yes, I know. Sorry. Just
just moving quickly.
that was the first image in my head, like just a complete girly skip, like.
And then she just sort of like prances off
Mm-hmm.
and starts heading back towards the library. And I don't think she would get there by that night, so I think that's when we'll sort of move back over to that.
All right.
Um, so like Kana gives you a room. You got a small room. There's like a view of the river, like kind of running down over the rocks. Um, we can't really provide much for you right now. If you want me to go back to your house and like pick up some stuff, I guess I could do that. But
Uh, there's nothing that I can think of that I would need. My gun's been taken from me, so.
who has it now? I'll walk
I
him up.
left it in the with my friend, and when she was captured,
Oh, well, I can't help you then. I'm really sorry.
and I had an iron cross as well, but she has it too. So
You fucking serious?
yeah, cold iron.
Where did you get that shit?
Oh, my grandfather.
Fucking dangerous for us, you know?
Yeah, I mean that was my only weapon against her when she
How the
captured
fuck
me.
did you not just, like, wow. Well, I mean, we've tried to dank her with that stuff before. It didn't really work. So, I'm pretty sure even if you had that, it wouldn't do much.
Yeah,
This guy for
I
sure, but
didn't get a chance to use it. She kind of forced me into a sleep dream interview thing.
yeah, that's dangerous. Once you're in her realm, she can pretty much do whatever the hell she wants.
How do you stop someone like that?
Well, you have to know their weaknesses.
Do you know her weaknesses?
Well, not specifically. We know that she has some, but we've never really been able to figure out what they are. Sometimes people just randomly get out you know, by chance. She doesn't like to fight, I know that. Challenged her a few times. She just won't go for it.
I see.
That's about all I know, though. Personal experience.
Well, thank you again for your help.
Yeah, no problem. It's my job. I'm here to protect you. I mean, you and everyone else here, but you in particular, because I'm pretty sure she's going to come back for you. I have to make sure she doesn't do that. And as long as you're here, I don't think she'll make a shot for it.
I'm just kind of thinking like, what if we lead her to a trap or something?
I mean, the queen's not the kind of type who's going to make bold moves like that. Maybe when power changes over, maybe, but she's the type who's perfectly fine with letting you hide and waiting things out.
Just annoys me that she's
Even
doing
if
who
you
knows
kill her,
what
it's
to
not going to save your friend, whoever she is. He, she, whoever.
Kata. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, her name is Kata.
Well, was she nice?
Yeah, she was with the police force and
Oh, wow.
saved my ass a couple of times.
You know, I'm sure she'll make it out somehow. You know, uh, I escaped. You know, I mean, that's one of the benefits of having a claw arm. It's kind of easy to claw your way out of things. Oh, that was so bad. Oh,
Yeah,
a bad joke. She sort of laughs. Like, you know, I have to laugh sometimes. It gets too serious around here, especially with her in charge. She wants us all to be on our guard all the time.
so
Yeah.
can you tell me more about yourself?
Well, uh, my name is Catherine. Just call me Kana around here because, you know, a crab thing.
No.
You know, like a nickname.
Yeah.
She just sort of stares at you. I'm sorry. I know this is really awkward. Should I like get some sunglasses or something?
No, you don't have to do something like that for me. I'll get used to it. Probably
Well,
better that I see you without them, without anything covering you.
I really don't have
I
much
just
to
realized
say.
that sounded perverted. I mean, you know, like you are now.
I know, I know. I'm just, it's kind of scary. You know, I can understand how it feels having your friends be kidnapped and tortured and all that stuff. It's not a good feeling.
It's not. I just wish there was something I can do. I feel so helpless.
Well, I mean, there's not much you can do about it. I mean, she's really strong.
I
Even I
know.
have a tough time dealing with her, and I'm the strongest one here.
He's probably gonna slump down on his bed after like.
Hmm. Are you sure you don't need anything?
Uh, I'm good.
Okay. Well, have a good night then.
You as well.
And she sort of leaves you in the room alone. And I think you would just kind of sleep, right?
Yeah.
You don't have any like nightmares or anything like that, right? I'm just,
Yeah,
you
I
just
think the one character I have that doesn't
okay.
have nightmares.
All right, so you get your willpower back that you spent. So that's
Yay.
and then we're gonna
My
move
two out
over.
of two night willpower's back.
and then we're gonna move over to. Well, actually, I did want to do one. I came up with one more scene.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I think Kana goes over to the little kobold that's like wandering around on the outside.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing here? You don't look familiar. And she just sort of like looks down at you, and she's like really tall and imposing. And
Looking about?
okay then, just don't break anything.
I won't. I swear.
Okay, cool. She sort of waves and like lets you go. Where she waves with her normal hand.
It waits back.
All right. So by the nighttime, I think the little kobold would sort of go back to Nero and explain like, these
What do you
people.
find? What? Oh. Okay.
Does this kobold turn into like Charlie Brown's parents?
Huh? What? I can't hear you. You stop talking gibberish. Damn it!
I said there are a bunch of weird people out in the forest. Oh, okay. You could have just said that.
There's a bunch of weird people.
It's a forest. Hello?
Yeah,
No.
that's right. That's what he would have seen. He would have seen like they basically set up a village there.
Real village. Real people. Huh. What are they like? There's a glove person.
Claw. He looks at his clawy hand.
Sorry, I'm imagining like Dr. Claw now.
I'll get you, Gadget.
Yeah, there's the claw person. Ah!
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Cats everywhere.
Anyway,
So maybe someone like me. Maybe.
I think you're. No, they don't. It doesn't look like you at all. But okay, maybe.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, isn't like clawy hand like this?
No, like a crab, like a big crab.
Oh, crabs! You should have said crab claw then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do, as Nero? You want to? Are you just gonna head down there now?
Not sure of going down there.
Okay. Well,
Let's pick someplace else. First. Next scene.
next scene. All right. So, we are at night, in front of the library. You see, Thorn kind of open the door,
Blackthorn.
and
Oh, I should mute myself.
Anthony
By the
and
way, Johnny's like cleared out some room in the library just so he can practice with his sword.
oh, sure. I mean, you have to, yeah. I mean, the rooms are probably like keyed. You probably need to get a key from her or something.
Okay.
And so
I just
she,
imagine he just kind of like moves things about and like
yeah.
so he has enough space to like do anything.
Hey, I don't mean to be rude, but who are you? I don't know who you are, and you're kind of in my space. So she kind of like, as she's like walking over to Anthony, she like raises her hand, like,
I can tell she's a mate, right? Like,
um, like no, because she doesn't have anything like active right now.
okay.
You know she's, Out of, in character, yes. You just can't sense anything.
All right, so yeah, he'll probably go.
Naturally, you'd have to activate. If you want to activate your mage sight, you could.
I don't think there's much point. I'm just gonna say, Anthony Turner. I'm with the arrows.
Weird. Are you trying to like? Why are you here? Like, I didn't do anything. All right. You don't need to like raid my place.
It's not really.
Who's that? And she like looks over like down one of the aisles towards like Mila. You bringing someone in here? Like, what's going on? I mean, is this who I was getting text about? Like,
Other character. What am I doing here again? I'm just like, fuck. What am I doing
out of
here?
character. You were basically you're here to guard her to make sure that she doesn't like get out of hand
But why are we at the library?
because she's the one who's supposed to train Mila
Oh
now,
yeah.
or at least
Yes.
translate the journal. That was the whole.
She's the one who's she's the one who you're probably been heard about.
And
I'm
also the journal was the big thing that they wanted
Yeah.
her to do. 'Cause
She's
she
the one with the journal.
Yeah, okay, well, I heard she had a book, but, like, I would need to see it first.
All right. Well, I will see if I can get it to you. She's
Yeah, I mean, she walks over to, like, a desk.
Anthony's gonna sheath his swords and talk to
Turns on
Mila.
turns on a lamp because it's kind of dark.
hmm
Yeah, bring her over here. This is hers. Maybe she could help me figure some of this out.
Yeah. Is Kara
And I,
still here?
and I guess the council decided. I
Okay.
guess the council decided to dump her on me now. So I guess I'll have to teach her stuff too.
So Anthony's gonna get on his knees and say, Mila, this woman here needs your help with understand the book.
Is this Mysterium person?
Is she a Mysterium?
Yeah, I'm with the Mysterium. This is my library.
She's with the Mysterium.
Mila sort of looks around. Ah, ite ecate la ibreri.
I think like Thorn's just like, who is I can she read? I don't she sounds like she's having trouble speaking. How old is she? I think like she's talking to Anthony the whole time. I mean, she wrote all this. She's like flipping through the book. It's like not. This is definitely. What the heck is this? I can't recognize any of this.
I'm thinking like, what do I say? Because I don't remember anything of like.
Yeah, well, you never figured out any of this information, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't know. You don't even know how old she is. If like, she said she wrote it, so she can
Yeah.
write. I'm not sure if she can read or whatever.
But
Or
yeah,
how
I
old
think
she
he's
is.
gonna say that like she apparently wrote the book, so I don't know if like how
Yeah,
old.
well, I mean, maybe she wrote this like, maybe it's like automatic writing or something, you know? Maybe she didn't write this on her own.
Well, regardless, she said she can read it, so
Well, I mean, if she can read it, then she'll help me translate it, I guess. I don't know what any of this means, but, normally I'd be able to read anything. So if this is something that I can't read, that means it's some kind of magic language. And it's not written in Atlantean, so I have no idea what kind of magic language it is. So it's some kind of ancient language of some kind of other being.
hmm.
I don't know if this is safe to read. It might be like some Necronomicon shit, And I don't know if I want to deal with this. I mean, look at this, and she's like pointing to the freaking, these like black-looking spirits, and she points to this like dragon that you can see on Mule's like thing. I don't know what this is. If it's some kind of like demon, I don't want to like call it here and like watch it destroy my library. All right? You can tell the council that I honestly don't want to touch this thing. It doesn't feel unsafe, but it definitely doesn't seem good either. I don't like this. I mean, maybe she was possessed. Did you ever check? Like, is she like carrying some kind of monster in here? Great, I can't hear anyone.
Did Dustin go poof?
I don't know.
Must have.
I can't hear Dustin now.
Oh, he's done.
There we go. He popped out. All right, great.
The monster's got him.
Ah, no, it's the dragon.
The dark dragon is here.
Ah.
He possessed him. Here I stand.
Yeah, great. It worked. We didn't expect this.
Yes.
Mila's still looking around the library.
All right, I think Thorn would like not like pull you over, but she'd be like, "Hey, get over here! Like, are you listening to me? Can you hear what?"
She's more mumbling to herself at the
Yeah,
moment.
and she's
looking
like
around at the books.
she's like freaking like calling you over, like, "Hey, this way! Don't look at that." That's
Yeah,
not-
Saba by Takana? Ita Jana. She sort of looks over towards Vaughn. Dragana Jana?
Can you
She's-
please
Seems to ask.
just for 1 minute? I don't understand what you're saying. All right? Can you? God, what the hell? I could understand why they'd send this kind of person to me, but I don't talk to demons. I talk to fairies. Are you possessed? She like stares at you. And obviously you're not gonna answer. But I thought I might as well ask.
Yukina Tume Amake? Ek Hane Anahaya?
Okay
She sort
then.
of asks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's mostly the translation
Oh,
of
there
what
we
she's
go.
actually saying.
Yeah. She's just like looking at Anthony like, okay, so the council has basically sent me this person, and I have to figure out what they're saying. This isn't really what I do. All right, I'm not a linguist. I study like fairy tales. I know a lot about old books, but I don't know anything about what she's saying. She's speaking gibberish. All right, I'm gonna need to figure out some kind of translation spell.
My Chrome crashed, so I have no idea what happened.
Father said it was gibberish as well.
Yeah, well, because it is.
No, it's not.
I think like she looks at you, like blinking, realizing you're speaking to her now. Oh,
Gonna tell me what I missed?
no, Mila was just trying to talk to her in like some other language, and she's just complaining to Anthony like, I'm not good, I don't know how to deal with this. I think I'm gonna start looking up like if she could have any kind of spell that could like translate what you're saying. So listen, what's your job here?
My job's to protect her.
Oh, really?
And
Why does she need to be protected? I mean, I can't even get a read on whatever's going on with her. She's all
she's
kooky.
apparently very powerful, so
Yeah, I can see that. Her aura is
And-
like freaking huge.
Well, someone who's very young and very powerful tends to be targets for someone.
Yeah, I mean, she just sort of sighs. I'll see what I can do with this book, but I can't really make any
All right.
promises.
Is Fawn still wearing her headphones?
Yeah. Like she's
Mila
wearing them
sort
on her
of.
neck. She's wearing them like on.
Mila looks to Anthony. It's like, what are they? She asks, pointing at the headphones. Or in the rough direction.
Uh,
Am I supposed to keep
I don't
you
know.
here too? I think like she's looking at Anthony. Like, am I supposed to just turn this library into a foster home? I don't follow. Is that what the council wants?
I don't know if you heard what Kara said.
No, I heard you.
Okay. So, is Anthony supposed to stay there? I can't remember.
Yeah, that was the idea. Like, you're supposed to be here.
That's the idea.
Oh, great. Okay, so I'll keep you, and I don't even know her name. I'm gonna
Mila.
Mila. Okay, got it. Chill. All right. I have a back room. You can stay in there. It's kind of empty though.
That'll be fine. I don't need much.
Everyone has back room.
I can set up like a bed for you or something. I guess. I don't know. This is all kind of unexpected, you know?
Mhm.
Mila picks up like a random book and looks in it.
Please don't. Hey, I don't want you destroying anything. There's some artifacts in here. Probably don't want to be touching all those books. Some of them are dangerous.
She's not exactly paying attention to Thorn,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and she instead starts chewing on some of the pages.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Maybe I should call the council and tell them to fuck off with this bullshit because I can't handle taking care of whoever this is. Alright? How about you train her?
Anthony's going to sigh and first of all say, Mila, please take that out of your mouth.
Do you still feel like your sword's like at your side?
Yes.
What the? And okay, what are you, some kind of? What are the? Are you some kind of samurai or something? Like, what's up with those? I mean, yeah, I know you're an arrow, but seriously, are you just gonna like swing those around or whatever when someone comes in here?
That's the idea. I mean, if you have a weapon, you should use it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like stuff like that, you know, because you might cut something in here.
Well, if
Mila dumps the book on the floor.
Just be careful where you swing those or whatever.
don't worry. If I want to cut something, I will. And I did.
Is there anything else you need? I'm gonna be kind of busy working on this, I guess.
No, I'll take the girl out for ice cream or something. Take her if she's hungry.
I don't know about that. I mean, if she's really awakened, then maybe it would be a bad idea to send her out like this.
So, do you have any food here?
I guess you have a point. Okay, I'll wait for you then. I guess this is why she needs a bodyguard. She kind of looks you over.
Okay,
What's
Anthony's
the worst thing you've dealt with? Seriously.
the worst thing I've dealt with.
She nods.
Let's see. There's been a lot. So I had to deal with a regenerating serial killer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've just killed a vampire a few days ago.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mila
Okay.
sort of looks over at them.
You know, maybe
I killed dragon person yesterday.
Oh, really?
I just remember. What?
Some
think, like,
dragon man in the mountains.
There's this audible like silence. Did she just say a what? Is that what this is? She's like pointing at the picture, like that your avatar is. This is this is a dragon.
That is dragon.
I mean, it kind of looked like a dragon, but dragons aren't real. They're just stories.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago,
You're
I
one
said
of
the
them
same thing about
stupid
magic.
And believe me, I know the difference.
Anthony, did you hear what I said?
No, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Anthony said, yeah, and a couple of years ago, I said the same thing about magic.
Right. Well, yeah. What do you know about these dragons, little Mila?
All sorts. She takes out the necklace that she got from James.
Yeah.
I took this off the one yesterday.
She's like looking at it, like, and dude, take a look at this.
Okay, Anthony is going to, I guess, magic sight it.
Yeah. You can kind of what's your arcana again?
His arcana is. Let me open up the right sheet. That would probably help.
Yeah. Like your main arcana.
Oh, it's time.
Okay. Time and fate then. You can sort of see like how old this pendant is. It's like ancient. Like maybe hundreds of years old.
Okay. So yeah, he's probably gonna say that's very old.
That's not super old, but it's like
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I guess
several
that's
generations.
pretty old. Like
It's like several generations old, of age. It's like, this must have been passed down as some kind of like heirloom or something. And she's like examining it, and it like to your like you need to do a more like thorough scan to really like determine if this thing has like severe properties. But you need to like
I would like to do that if that's cool.
that. Okay. You need to spend a willpower for that on Anthony if you want to.
Okay. Well, Anthony has willpower to spare, so.
Okay. So you'll spend one of those, and I want you to make a, I think it would be a, I'll do Gnosis, and then I guess Fate.
Okay.
Your Gnosis is 1, and then add your Fate.
All right. Is that time and fate, or just?
I mean, like, I'm assuming, like, Fate would probably give you more information here.
Okay, because I don't think I have a fated arcana.
Oh, okay.
I have time, matter, and forces.
Then matter. Matter would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter would work fine, because this is matter we're dealing with here.
So just 3 dice then.
You said what you had fate, matter, and time, or what was the prime you said?
Time is 3, matter is 2, and force is 1.
Okay, forces. Okay, got it. I you said prime. Okay, so matter is what you'd use, so it'd be 2 dice, and then
Yeah.
you can add willpower to this also, or I think you can add mana also. That's what the thing you can add is, and willpower also.
Yeah, I'll probably add some mana.
Okay,
Oh.
so you can spend 1 mana, and then you also could spend willpower again if you want.
Alright. No, I think that'll be fine.
Okay. So
Um,
go ahead and roll whatever you have. So that would be you get 2 dice, and then you get an extra die from your mana.
Okay, so 3 dice. Wait, didn't you also say I got one from, what was it, my... Fuck.
I'll double check the rules. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's 1 from your Gnosis, 1 from your Arcana, and then 1
Yeah,
from your mana.
that's what I was thinking of, so...
So you'd have 3. Do you want me to
Okay.
check before I...
If you don't mind, because...
Okay, sure. I actually don't have this book in print. I like it, though. Second edition. Although it is indexed, so I should be able to access it pretty quickly.
I need to work on Anthony's sheets more. I don't seem to have his mana, or how much he has.
Well, you should have 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Just give me a second. I need to actually determine what your difficulty is. I should have done that first. It's your Gnosis Arcana and then minus the difficulty, which I have to set right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay, this is the extended roll, so you're doing the scrutiny.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're scrutinizing. That's no, so never mind. It's just Gnosis Arcanum, and then you add mana.
Okay.
So yeah, +1. So it isn't thing. And then success. Boost 6 is we can use to spend mana in order to add up more. Oh, okay. So you get to it gives you an automatic success
Oh, okay.
for mana in this case. So it doesn't give you a die. It gives you an automatic success.
All right.
And you have 6 dice. And then on top of that, I'm going to determine the difficulty of this real quick.
All right. So you say I have 6 dice?
No, you have 6 mana left over.
Oh, okay.
I just need to check this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is for summoning. This is not what I want. Isn't there a thing here? I think I'll give it like I have to actually look at the pendant. Did I put it on your sheet, or would it still be on James's?
I'll just check mine.
I think it's still on James's.
All I got on here is Dragon Necklace,
Okay.
Magical.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't have been able to reveal what it does. I'll look it up on his because that'll tell me how powerful it is. Okay, I got it. So I'm setting the difficulty now. Okay, I know what the difficulty is. Go ahead.
Okay, so 3 d10s, right?
Yeah, and it's extended, so.
Okay.
You can roll again. I think since you only have 1 Gnosis though, you only get 1 roll.
Yeah. So 0 successes.
Okay. It says you can continue to scrutinize if you've already made a number of rolls equal to your unmodified dice pool. A fail roll adds half to the. Okay. So that means you can roll again. You can roll up to 3 times.
Okay, I will do that then. So another 3d10 or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay. And then 1 more time.
Okay. 0 successes. So
Okay.
1 success altogether.
And then you do get to roll 1 more time because there's really no let's see. No, I wouldn't do that actually because that makes it more difficult. So you only got 1 success.
Uh-huh.
You can't really tell what it is, but you can tell that there is something strange about it.
Yeah. So Anthony's probably going to go. Well, there's something odd about it, so I guess I'll leave you to do the research and.
I think it's some kind of artifact.
It'll
Like a
probably be
relic?
old enough to be an artifact.
No, I mean like a relic. You know, like she's talking about like a magical item.
Mhm.
That's weird. Where'd you get this? She's looking at Mila.
You are stupid. I told you I killed the dragon person.
Okay. So he had this. Whatever this is. She like takes it in her hand. I'm gonna play around with this thing. If I figure out what it does, I'll let you know.
Alright, just don't blow yourself up or anything.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be okay.
Come on, Mila, I'll take you out for ice cream.
Eh?
At night?
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
it's dessert.
Right
Right.
on. Right on.
Actually, I
Okay.
don't even know if we ate dinner yet.
That's true.
Ice cream for dinner. So yeah, is there any place close, or do I have to take my...
Yeah, you can go to the bakery.
Okay, we'll go to the
I
bakery.
don't think they have ice cream, but you could get like a cake or
Okay, cinnamon buns.
yeah, cinnamon buns.
Okay.
Chris isn't there, but she probably left the door open.
Mhm.
Or if not, there's the back door that you can get in through. The mage entrance.
So yeah, Anthony's gonna take Mila out for cinnamon buns. So probably
I
once
think
you buy...
like after maybe like after you're done eating the cinnamon buns, she's sort of like you get a call from Thorn.
Yellow.
Hey, I think I might have figured out what this thing does.
Oh yeah, want me to come back or?
Yeah, when you can.
All right,
I want to test this on someone.
that doesn't sound reassuring.
Come on. I'm pretty sure it won't kill you.
Fine, we'll be there in a moment. And he's gonna hang up.
Okay. So you head back?
Yes,
Okay.
but first I want to know Mila's first reaction to cinnamon buns.
Okay, cool. Oh, sorry for interrupting. I was starting to figure out what this thing did, so.
Okay.
Well, if we went to Chris's, the biggest reaction would be wondering where she was.
She's not around right now.
Hmm. But she would have liked the cinnamon buns.
Yay. Okay.
I'm just checking something on Anthony's sheet real quick.
So yeah, I guess there'll be 10 back.
Uh-huh. This will be awesome. Okay. Wait till you
Okay.
see this. Okay, this is cool. I've got some good news for you. Ready till you see this. Okay. So you head back and she kind of puts the necklace like on your neck
Mm-hmm.
and it's this sort of black wing shape and it's sort of fossilized looking. I don't know if you see my avatar, but that's sort of I mean it's a wing like that. I mean mine
I
is
just see
silver.
you.
Yeah, I know. I have a necklace that's like a
Oh, okay. So,
but it's not like that. It's more just like a black wing, but it looks kind of fossilized.
yeah.
And it's sort of in that style. And she kind of puts it around your neck, and she's like, "All right, so you just have to focus like really hard."
All right. Anthony's going to focus.
Okay. And if this works, and she kind of puts she steps back, Okay, I think if you take out your sword, it might be easier for you to understand what's going on.
Anthony will take out his sword.
All right. And she steps back a little bit. Just don't, not too hard, all right? Just sort of swing it.
All right. Anthony will give a practice swing, like.
All right. So could you spend a willpower for me?
All right. Actually, what's that skill he has? Tasuki Kid. Draw and cut.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
Drawing, cutting. Okay.
So yeah, I will spend a willpower.
So like as you kind of focus in this drawing cutting motion, you feel your muscles just sort of get like really toned like suddenly, and you feel like your entire body is like empowered with this like energy, and your sword like swings through your hand, and like the ground sort of like you almost like cut through the floor, but you like pull your sword away before you like damage the bottom of the floor, and like the air just sort of sings as you slice through it. And you feel like way stronger than before. Like your muscles are very like your muscles are bursting with strength, and your entire like body is like feels like really like you could punch through a wall.
Yeah.
And you're like filled with this power, and you realize that you have like magical steroids. No, it's sort of like you feel like your entire body is supercharged with this power, and whatever it is, it's enhancing your muscular system. And so at the moment, your strength is 5.
That is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Anthony's probably gonna say that. This is amazing.
Oh, good, you didn't die. Oh, thank God. I'm not dead either. You almost cut me in half. Shit. Okay. Well, it worked. Okay, good. Okay, now, yeah, take it off. I don't know if
Anthony,
it'll hurt you or anything. It won't, but.
yeah. Anthony's like, God, I don't really appreciate being the guinea pig here, but okay. He's gonna take it off.
Okay, so your strength returns to normal.
No.
And you feel like weaker now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, I was.
Wait,
were
you
basically-
weaker? Like,
Yeah, not like weaker as in like, you feel weaker than you were when you were superpowered.
yeah, okay. I was like, God, is this a Fallout drug?
No, it didn't drain your strength. You're just weaker in comparison to,
Yeah.
because at that point you were basically as like strong as like Captain America or something. Like you had super strength,
Mm-hmm.
or at least you had like peak human strength or something. So you're like, oh man, and she like grabs it and she's like, well, I think maybe you'll be able to do more with this than me. I'm not really into weightlifting, so maybe you should keep it.
Yeah, I can see many uses for that.
I mean, if you're supposed to be protecting her, hey, if anything comes at me, maybe you can protect me too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Actually,
Whatever this thing is, and she's like thumbing the dragon with, her thumb.
actually, Anthony's gonna take it and like bow down to like Mila's level. It's like, do you mind if I have this?
As if she cares.
I mean,
She
you can
stole it
win
off a dead
fight.
thing. I don't think she really knows what it even is.
It's a trophy to her, so
Uniquely Sanai. And then she just nods.
okay. He's gonna nod back and put it around his neck. I'm going to take that as a yes. I can keep that.
She's sort of staring daggers at Thorn.
So you don't know, so now you know what it can actually do. So I'll actually paste it in the chat for you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, does that count as my Obsession.
What was your obsession?
Find a relic weapon.
Well, you did find a relic, so yes.
Yay.
Here, I will.
I also learned about new enemies.
What, the dragon? It's not
Yes.
really an enemy, but okay, I guess I'll take it. That works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Sure. There you go. It's a 2-dot relic.
Yay.
So, Mila, you can take that out of your inventory now. It's no longer yours. All right. Well, I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't sure what it was going to do. I thought it might make you explode or something, or turn you into a whatever that is.
Well, at least it didn't turn me into a monster. That would have been bad for you.
I'll give you 3 beats then. Hold on for Anthony.
Yay.
Where am I? Where did I put his beats?
His beats are... Where the fuck are his beats? Hold on.
Yeah, see, that's more. It's under experience. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so you would get 1 experience now, and then the rest 2. So you have 1 experience for Anthony now.
Okay, cool.
Nice, you earned your first XP.
Yay.
Good job.
Anthony, getting shit done.
Oh, also, I'll give Nero 1 because he was here.
Mhm.
Because I'm nice. And unless Anthony wants to do anything else, I think that's where we'll wrap it up.
I think we're good.
Okay, cool. Mila also gets a beat also.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go give those out, and then I'll stop the thing.
Yes.